an image of God that isn't true. God is not nice. The students in my theology class at Marquette University stirred and shuffled their books. Heads came up. A young woman on my right scrunched her face. A young man on my left frowned. More than a few looked confused. I tried not to smile. It is a moment that every teacher lives for. Interaction. Students started to raise their hands, ask questions, and engage with the lecture. But why? Why did my pronouncement awaken my students from their academic slumber? The answer is very simple. They've probably never heard someone say God is not nice. It challenges the dual narrative fed to them by our culture through a 24-hour-a-day bombardment on TV, social media, and sadly, even at church, telling them that if God exists, then God is nice and will do whatever we ask. We can make deals with God or bargain for what we want, as if he is a firm but kindly merchant at a farmer's market. Or the culture contends that God is some kind of divine therapist, and this belief infects even those who attended Catholic schools, as did many of my university students. For them, God is like a psychiatrist who treats each of his patients the same way, a friend whom we can call in times of need. But when things are going great, we don't bother him much. Thus, God doesn't play a role in our lives, and grace has no chance to transform us. Why change your life for such a God? He makes no demands. At first, I thought that the religious education these students had received in school and at home contributed to the problem, and it no doubt had. But when I listened to my own kids, as well as the children of others whom I know have been taught since birth about God's character, I realized that they all use the same language. It made me realize just how powerfully the culture shapes the common narrative about God. If I am to be completely honest, I am not entirely immune to it either. I have often found myself a little too comfortable when it comes to my own relationship with God, making it routine and conventional. The word conventional means ordinary and not very exciting. At best, it is mildly pleasing, forgotten when the next pleasant thing comes along.